Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So this is my pop figure collection. There is, I believe, 44, I think I've just counted, pop figures in my collection, not including the four I'm about to show you. Four I'm about to show you are Q-Fig pop figures, pops, I don't know what they are really. I got them in loot crates and I don't really want them, so I'm going to show them on here. Because there's a few things that I want to try and, that I want to try and sell. There's a few things on here that I've got duplicates of that really, if someone else wants them, makes sense to try and sell them. So I'm going to start with these four just because I've got nowhere for them to go into my collection. I've got a Hulk Q-Fig, and I really do like a couple of these, but like I said, they just don't fit in my collection anywhere, so it's sort of pointless to keep them. A Harley Quinn Q-Fig. Some of them have got Loot Crate exclusive on them. They all came from Loot Crate. One's got Loot Crate exclusive on them. Two. Harley Quinn has two. I knew another one had. Then I've got Doctor Strange and Deadpool. And the Deadpool one's one of the ones I was going to keep, but just because it doesn't fit in my collection anywhere, I don't see the point of keeping it. Now we're going to get onto my actual pop figure collection. I'll try and remember the ones I've got duplicates of, because we've got some mystery minis as well, and there's certain mystery minis that we have got duplicates of that I don't remember. So I might hit a point where I'm just like forgetting about them. These are in price order, but I'm not going to tell you what the prices are because I don't remember. But I will tell you when we hit my top 10. And I'll try and give you a bit of backstory into the ones I can remember. So when I started collecting, I was just doing the main pop figures, proper pop figures, and I was just collecting stickered pop figures, and I'm trying to stick to that. Me and Lauren got together, I showed her that I started collecting these things, and she was like, okay, not something she'd ever really looked at before, so she didn't really know anything about them. And then I showed her some Disney ones, and she's a huge Disney fan. So we agreed to collect the Disney ones that weren't stickered, just because that was the sort of thing she would be interested in. I said, okay, fair enough, fine by me. We'll collect those. She wanted to collect the Mystery Mini Harry Potters. I'm happy with that as well. And I'm trying to stick with stickers for the rest of my collection. I've had to give up with that on Harry Potter for two reasons. One, she started looking at other Harry Potter ones going, but this one's really cool, why can't we just get this one as well, even though it's not stickered? And I was like, I don't really want to. I was trying to push against it. Then I ordered a Harry Potter that came without a sticker that should have been stickered. And there was another one, and I'll show, when I get to it, I'll remember that it should be stickered, and doesn't have a sticker. And they both came without stickers, and I couldn't find the other one with a sticker, and I was like, do you know what, we'll stick to it with Harry Potter as well, saying no stickers. But as long as it's stickered, as far as I'm concerned, it's something that I actually want, I'll try and make sure I get it. I don't just get it because it's got a sticker. So I'm going to start with just the Mystery Minis. Crookshanks, pretty cool little minifigure. These are more Lauren's than mine, and then we've got Hermione, which we have two of, so there's definitely one of these for sale. She's pretty cool. I do like their style. I like these over the Daubs. I'm not a huge fan of Daubs, but the Mystery Minis are pretty cool actually to look at. And then we move on to a Little Gruesome, who's another one that just won't fit into my collection anywhere. I wanted to collect the Wacky Races. One of the first ones I got was this one. Not the first one. I will remember my first one and I'll show you soon. And then I was like, I don't really want to start collecting non-stickers because I'll have so many, and I don't think my bank account will like that. I was going to collect the Wacky Races set, stopped pretty much straight away, so he's for sale. Yeah, that's about it. We have a Ron, a little Ron, as one of the, so like I said, these are in price order, so we've had two Mystery Minis, then a normal size pop figure, and now we're back to Mystery Minis. I'm just mentioning that for later on. Ron is one of Lauren's favourites, so she was super happy when she got him. I also like the fact I collect Pokemon cards, well I used to anyway, and I like the fact that Mystery Minis, you don't really know what you're going to get. I like that little aspect of it. We have a Nagini that we thought was super cool. I like the way his snake design is. So yeah, Nagini. We have a Fang. Lauren loves dogs. She loves animals in general, but she loves dogs. She's got a Dalmatian herself, and she's met a Fang, one of the dogs that played Fang, when she went to Harry Potter World once. So she was super happy to get a Fang. This is one of the first Disney ones we got together, which is Tinkerbell. She's super cool. Strange thing about this Tinkerbell, she's not glittery, but this is not the same colour as the one that isn't glittered. So I don't know if I've got a mixed up box or something somehow, but the blue symbol on here should be red, and the fact it's blue means it should be glittery, and it isn't. If it was glittery, it'd be worth $20-something, because this is on Pop Price Guide, and I think and it's all in dollars, and it should be 20-something, but I think it's only 7. So very confusing situation there with that specific pop figure. We also got a mini Harry. I like his hair. I do like Harry's hair. I do like all of these mystery minis, but I like Harry's hair. And Ron had a little quiff as well, and I liked that. We have a Ron in his dress robes, which was the one pop figure that Lauren said, why do we have to keep collecting the ones without stickers? Because Ron's her favourite, as I said, and she really liked his pop figure with his dress robes. She thought he was cool, and I said, fine, we'll just do it. To be fair, there's like I want a Dementor. I think the Dementor's really cool, and he isn't stickered, so I've sort of swayed on that for both of our sakes. Then we have a mini Voldemort, which this is one of the most recent ones we have. And when Lauren pulled him out, he went, he looks like an egg. And I was like, okay, fair enough. If that's what floats your boat about it, you can keep that one. Mrs. Potts and Chip. Lauren's one of Lauren's, not Lauren's favourite, but one of Lauren's favourite Disney films, I think, is Beauty and the Beast. It's one of the first ones we watched together, especially with the new one in the cinemas, and she was super happy to get a Mr. Potts and Chip. We want a Cogsworth and a Lumiere to go with it. We haven't got them yet, but we did get a Mrs. Potts and Chip, so she was happy about that. We have a Mushu and Cricket, which is one of the first ones Lauren ever bought me when it was my birthday. I still haven't seen Mulan. Mulan is her favourite Disney princess, so she bought me a Mushu and Cricket. Either she bought it or her brother, I can't remember, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, this is one of her favourites and I haven't watched it yet, so I need to get into that. I need to get on that sooner rather than later, in her view. Buzz Lightyear. Now, this was before I met Lauren, and I was still collecting just stickered. Toy Story is one of my favourite Disney films, and I know it isn't stickered, but it has a 20th anniversary sign just at the bottom here. So I decided that counted. I gave it leeway on that just because I really wanted Disney Toy Story pop figures. My mum's out at the minute, and I'm going to have to stop recording if she comes in, because she'll ask me questions, and I don't want to do that on camera. So I just thought I heard her. So yeah, because of that, I sort of give myself a little bit of leeway on that one. And then we have a Belle from the newer Disney ones. We like the Mrs. Potts and Chip Cogsworth Lumiere from the old ones, and we like some of the new ones of this, but there's some that we don't. I'm not a huge fan of the Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, but I do like the Cogsworth from the new one with the pop figures. So we've sort of just left it mixing them up, but we've sort of agreed to disagree on some of them, but she's happy with this Belle. Where are we at? A little tiny Hedwig, who's really cute. I do like the Hedwig. I like them all. I like all the mystery minis, to be fair, but he was pretty cute. That's why I was saying we'll get to it in a minute. We have a Mulan as well. And either she bought me Mushu and Cricket, or she bought me Mulan, and her brother bought me the other one. She's really cool. I like her sword, especially. But she's really cool. But they've got a new one coming out of this, of the Mulan character, and I showed Lauren it, and she went crazy about it, so I think we're going to get another one. But we are trying to stop now until Christmas, if I can help it, because I have nowhere to put them. We're going to put shelves up around the inside of my room, on every wall, so I've got somewhere to put them, but until then I'm going to try and stop. And then we have the Beast, and this is heavy as hell. This is such a heavy pop figure, which is good, because he should be heavy in my view. He's quite a big character. He's the winter version, I think it is, with the birds. He's got a bird on his head there. I don't know if you can see it really, but he's got the bird here. Lauren wanted a Beast. We picked up a Beast from the new film, picked up one from the old film, and I was like, I'm sure we saw one of these somewhere where he was dressed from winter, and you liked that one a lot more. So we picked up this one. I can't actually see the bird myself now. I've seen it before. I did. It's on the picture there that you've got proof, and I don't really want to take them out of the box ever. So we'll take its word for it that there's definitely a bird on top of that. The next one was a starting of a collection that I don't know if I'll ever complete. It is a morphing Black Ranger. And I don't want them all morphing. I just want the whole set. I want every different Power Ranger, but I'm going to try and get them in different ones. I know I've got another one coming at Christmas that I meant to forget about that's red. The Red Ranger, and I think he's a Dragon Shield one. He's really cool. I liked him. I'm going to try and get metallic ones, different versions of them if I can. I know I'm going to have to get like a couple of metallics or a couple of more things just to keep them, to get them all with stickers. But I'm trying to get different versions of them because I wanted to get it with the Megazord that came out for the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and I didn't get the Megazord. So now I'm like, but I still want all the Rangers, and then I'm going to try and get a Megazord still anyway. So I got the Black Ranger when that was a possibility to collect. This is our newest one to the collection. Its box is pretty crap, but we're not looking to sell any of ours on, apart from the ones that I mentioned, so we're not really fussed about the box quality. But it's Rafiki and Simba, and this is a really cool designed pop figure that we were a huge fan of. I sent it to Lauren when I first found out about it, and she was super happy about him. There's also a Simba with a leaf mane that she wants, but we got one of the two, so I'm happy with that. But like, there's like little bits of plastic here that are like sticking out on there, and then this pushes in at the bottom, which I don't think it should. And then while it's been being carried in my bag, because I bought this in London, it's got like dented on the back, but I'm not too fussed about that. The only thing I'm really fussed about, and you can see it there at the top here, they put a security tag inside it. I'm not a huge fan of buying my pop figures from HMV. I've picked them up before in there and put them back in the past. This one we'd not seen in any other shop before. We've been looking for him and the Simba with the leaf mane. We've been looking for him, haven't found them. We found this one, it just happened to be in HMV, and I didn't want to risk putting it back and not being able to get it. Because I'm not a huge fan of ordering online either. I do order online, and every single pop figure so far, touch wood, hasn't been damaged when it's arrived. It's been packed really well, but I know people do get them really badly damaged sometimes, so I don't like risking it. This is a Star-Lord. I'm super happy with this one. It's one of the ones I was sort of looking for. I know it's not the Chase version. I know the Chase version is really like popular and stuff, but this one I was super happy with because I hadn't seen one with the Toys R Us sticker on it before. And I got this one for my birthday for Jack Hope. So I was super happy with him, and I like the fact he's got his mask on, because I have another Star-Lord, which we will get to, that doesn't have his mask. So I'm happy to have one with the mask now. Speaking of which, there he is. This was one of the first ones when I started going, I'm just going to collect different ones as well now, because I just started on Harry Potter, then went, I'm going to start collecting other ones, because I saw this and I was like, I don't really want to miss out on this. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. He's got a little sticker on him, which I was super happy about. I know prices sort of vary on this, on all pop figures, just because of the way the Pop Price Guide evaluate their values and stuff. This one used to be a lot higher than what it is now. But like I say, I'm not trying to sell a lot of these. The ones that I mentioned that I'm trying to sell, I am selling, but this one is definitely not one I'm ever going to sell. And I love him. It's rare I see him anywhere else now. So I'm super glad I got him. I got a Tekken King Kate this year. He's my character. Anytime I've ever played Tekken, I've played as King. So when I found out they were releasing Tekken ones, he was my first on my list, and when I found out they had a sticker one, I was super duper happy about it. I've said people can get me ones that aren't stickered, but I'd like to stick to just having stickered ones, so he went straight on my birthday list, because I didn't think I'd be able to get him, because it was just a normal Tekken King, who's on the back there. But then I found out there was a caped version with an exclusive sticker. That was a must buy, and I got one. I don't live that close to any like comic book shops. I have to travel. The closest one I think is Birmingham. I have to travel over to Birmingham, and as soon as I found out that had been released, I was pretty much straight over into Birmingham trying to find one. You may have noticed they've all been pop figures at this point. And then we have a little Dumbledore. He's super cool. We definitely have one of these to sell as well. We got a double of these, double one of him. I believe we have a double Hedwig, and I completely forgot to mention that one. That's what I mean. I'm going to forget ones that I know I've got doubles of with these. These are Lauren's, but it's our collection, so I'm keeping these for a minute just to do this video, and then she's still got them at home. So there's one she has at home. I think we've got a double Hermione, Dumbledore, and a Hedwig, I believe. we are looking for other ones in this set that you have not seen. This is the last one that we have of the mystery mini Harry Potters. We are looking for ones from this set. If anyone's got any that they want to trade, you are more than welcome to make suggestions to me of what you've got, because she wants the lot. She wants all of them before the Series 2 comes out. But yeah, this is our last one. So in value order, all of those pop figures that I've just done come behind this. I think he is quite rare. I know there's another one that is rarer than him, Dumbledore Wise, that's like the Prisoner of Azkaban one, that is really cool, but we were super happy when we saw him. He's got a really nice design on him, and we liked his glasses, his little half-moon glasses. I started collecting loot crates for shirts like this, my Rick and Morty shirt. I said that without looking, I'm just going to check, yes. Because I got two very similar looking shirts. My Rick and Morty shirt that I got from Loot Crate, different shirts like that, different little collectible things that I've got in my room. I started getting them 4 pop figures, and I'd missed one when I started collecting them, so I went back and I just bought it straight out, which is the Joker Batman. I love this pop figure. This pop figure is super cool. I was so happy to find out they'd made a pop figure like this. This was my first Batman pop figure. I don't have a normal Batman pop figure because I'm collecting stickers. So this is super cool. I was so happy with my Joker pop figure. Joker's one of my favourite villains, as I think it's... Bear with me. I was asking for that. I jinxed it by saying she's on her way. She should be on her way home at some point. I knew she'd come in at some point during the video because I'd mentioned it, and I did. If you hear any voice in the background, that's what that is now. My mum and Nan have just come home. You're going to have to work with it. We're going to have to live with it. Very, very professional for me having to cut this video now. But hey-ho. Yeah, as I was saying, the Joker is my favourite Batman villain. One of my favourite Batman villains. He's not my favourite Batman villain. Batman is my favourite comic book. I'm a Marvel fan, but I love Batman as well. So I'm not a DC fan at all. I'm just a Batman fan. But Batman is my key superhero underneath all of the other Marvel people. Moving on. We're now at Woody. This is a black and white Woody. He's still got the same label on him. I wanted to try and get at least Buzz and Woody. I wanted all 4, and then I sort of changed mine on the other 2. Couldn't decide if I wanted a Woody either. I thought, well, I'm pretty happy with just Buzz. But then I saw this one, and I'd never ever seen a black and white Woody before. I thought, I'm not going to risk it because I've not seen one before, and I think I've seen 2 since, so I'm glad that I got my hands on him. I suppose it's where I live and stuff, but when I see ones that I've never seen before that have got a sticker on, I'm like, don't really want to leave you in the shop. I'm going to try and get one. This next one is quite heavy, and I was very surprised when I found out this one was quite heavy. It's Maleficent. She's got her green flames behind her. She's not the version that glows in the dark, which I was very upset about. But if I get it, I get it. I don't, I don't. I'm just glad I've got one of these. She is super cool. I love the fact she's got the fire behind her. There's quite a few villains that Lauren wanted, and I was very surprised by. But this was one, as soon as we saw it, we were like, we've got to get it. It was on our list, and we've got to get it, and we did. This box is a little bit dented. That was because we bought this in Dublin, and we've had to bring it back with us, so we packed it as best we could, but this obviously wasn't good enough. I am a huge wrestling fan. I don't know if anyone really knows that about me on this channel, or if this is going on to a Funko pop-up group I'm in as well, so no one will really know that here. There's no posters, I'm not wearing a shirt, so you wouldn't really know it. But I'm a huge wrestling fan, and when I saw that they were doing this pop figure, holy shit, I lost my mind. I assumed, when I heard they were doing a Finn Balor pop figure, I assumed the normal Finn Balor and the Chase version where he's wearing this makeup without the headdress. I assumed they would be the only versions they did, so he'd have a normal one, and then this would be the Chase. And I'd never find one, but then they released this with the exclusive sticker on it, where he's wearing the headdress, and I don't care if he's wearing it or not wearing it. If I can get the Chase version where he's not, brilliant. But the fact that I don't, and I have this in my collection, is super. I'm just so happy about it. I got this, and by chance, by complete chance, I found it in a shop. There was 2 pop figures I was looking for when I went to, I believe, Derby. And I said, these are the 2 I'm looking for, I don't want any others really. I'm going to be pretty disappointed because I don't think I'm ever going to find them. When I'm looking for a certain pop figure, I don't know if anyone else that collects them has this problem. When you're looking for something, you can never find it. I was looking for it, and I found it. and it was like one of the last ones on the shelf. The other one I found, which we're getting to in a little bit, the other one I found was the last one on the shelf, so I was super happy about it. This one is the reason why I stopped collecting stickered Harry Potters. Boom. Harry with a scarf, and he's got a little head wig. He's got a little head wig, which I think actually is almost the same size as this one. This one, we'd never seen it before. We went into HMV and we saw it, and Lauren picked it up and went, "Oh my god!" And I went, "Oh, I've never seen this one before. I didn't even know it was a thing." And she went, "You can't leave it. You can't put it back." And I was like, "Oh, I don't really want to buy it. It's HMV. The box was a little bit damaged and stuff." I was like, "I don't know if I want to risk it." So I googled it and I found out it should have been stickered. So we put it back because it wasn't stickered, and I went, "I'm just going to risk it. I'm going to try and find it online." Found it online a little bit cheaper, and it came without its sticker. And I was like, "Well, looks like we're collecting the not stickered Harry Potters now because I've got no choice." This next one is the only other Batman I own. I was just checking. I was pretty sure it's the only other Batman I own, and it's Golden Midas. Target exclusive sticker, a sticker that I've never really seen before, along with the Toys R Us one. I really like the colour of him. I thought he was really cool looking. Even in the shop, I thought he was really cool looking. Online, I saw him, I thought he was really cool looking, but as soon as I saw it, it was one of the ones I just had to have. This is a second Harry Potter one that should be stickered that isn't, which is Lucius with his Death Eater mask. So I've seen him maybe once before, and I see him a lot online, but because it isn't stickered, and I was only just collecting the stickered ones, I was not allowed to get it. I wasn't getting it at all. We got that Harry that didn't have a sticker that should have done, so we agreed that we'd just start collecting them without stickers on, and just have to lump it. And I haven't seen it since. I hadn't seen it since. Then we went to Dublin, where we bought Maleficent, this one, a third one I can't show you because it's a Christmas present from my mum, and another one that's in the queue that you will see later. And I picked up 3, and she was like, "You get a 4th free." I couldn't find anything, and then all of a sudden, we'd been in earlier in the week and didn't see this Lucius Malfoy pop figure at all. All of a sudden, I turned around and I was like, "This wasn't here a minute ago, now there's 6. I've got to get one," because it's the first time I've seen it in a shop since I've been looking for it. So I was so happy to get this one. There's also a Bellatrix where she's wearing her, I think it's that one there. Bellatrix where she's from, looks like she's a prisoner in Azkaban. That's on my list, and I haven't seen it since I stopped collecting. I started saying not the stickered ones, because the ones I've seen of her, she should have a sticker, and every time I've seen it in a shop, she doesn't. I've started collecting the non-stickered ones, and I can't find it. See what I mean? Every time you look for one you're looking for, you can't find it. This next one is one I got for my Christmas, I think, or birthday, a couple of years ago, which is Harry with the sorting hat. You can see that I was just started collecting the Harry Potter ones to begin with. Stickered, which I was happy with. This was another one I think Jack bought me, I believe. I keep saying Jack bought me, I'm not sure. And I really liked him. I like the way the sorting hat looks. I think you can just about make out that he's got his mouth and his face and stuff. And I thought he was really cool. I really liked him. He was one of the ones actually I picked up when I went to Harry Potter World. Harry Potter World was the first place I saw one where I picked it up and went, "I'm just going to start collecting these." Because Jack's been collecting them for ages. He got me into looking for him, and while I was looking for him, I was like, "There's actually some really cool pop figures that I could start collecting." So I was thinking about it, then I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to collect stickered ones, and then I saw a Harry Potter one in Harry Potter World and bought it. You will have noticed, if I am correct, yes, you have not seen the one that I'm talking about yet. But this was the other one that I was like, "Oh, I think I'm going to get that one." And then I put it back because I saw this other one. Just so happened Jack had already bought me this. So I was very lucky. Next is my only glow-in-the-dark pop figure, which is Vulture. I was really happy to find him. He was the one that was the last one in the shop. I'd not seen it, couldn't find it. He was the only other one I wanted in Derby apart from Finn Balor. He should have another sticker on him that isn't just the glow-in-the-dark one. There's another reason that it's been really hard to collect just stickers, but I've just included the fact that because he's got a sticker at the bottom there saying glow-in-the-dark, it's stickered, and I'm happy about it. I bought a little torch to make sure it glows in the dark every now and again as well, and he looks really cool in the dark. Yeah, super happy about it. I love the film, and I love the pop figure. This one I've overpaid for. I know I overpaid for it when I bought it, but I couldn't not have it. I saw it, I tried to find it in shops, I couldn't find it in shops. Then everyone started buying it up and I couldn't find it anywhere online, and someone just was selling it for about 25 quid, and I thought, I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it now and deal with it later. The Killing Joker. Oh, it's my favourite graphic novel. It's the thing that got me into graphic novels. It is the graphic novel that got me into them. As soon as I found out they were making a film, I was like, I've got to get the film. And as soon as I found out they were making this pop figure for the Comic-Con in New York, I was like, I've got to have the pop figure. And I'm super happy about it. It's one of the only ones I've bought offline from people. Like, trusted it and just hoped for the best. No, we're not. I thought we were there, but we're not. 2-pack Lady and the Tramp. Another one that I've seen once, never seen again. Didn't want to risk missing out on it again. Lady and the Tramp is the first film Lauren ever told me to watch that was Disney, so I did. And thought it was pretty good, actually. I was surprised, because I don't really watch many Disney films. So I was super happy to find this. It was one of the first ones that she saw, and she went, I want it, I want that one, that's the one I want, and we never found it since. As soon as we saw it online at a good price, we got it. I think we paid about 30 for it, which I thought wasn't bad for a 2-pack. We are now at the top 10. This has been a super long video. I know that I've got to clip it all together yet, and it's still a super long video. So I'm going to try and power through these. This is the only chase version I have, which is the Heffalump. Lauren's favourite animal is an elephant. I was going to say is a Heffalump. It's an elephant. It's Disney, and it's an elephant, and it's stickered. It's just the perfect, like, storm of what we collect, in a way, I suppose. I know it's not too valuable, but it's my only chase, and the person offered me a pop protector with it, so it's the only one that's in a pop protector as well. So, yeah, I'm super happy about that one. This is the first pop figure I ever bought, and it's Harry with the sword of Godric Gryffindor. You can just about see it there. That was the first one. As soon as I saw it, I went, oh my god, he's holding the sword of Godric Gryffindor. Screw it, I'm just getting it. So I did. And that's what started everything you've just seen. This next one is one I actually have a duplicate of. I ordered it online, didn't think it was going to arrive because like everyone's orders were getting cancelled from the website, so I walked into a shop and saw it and thought, I can't risk it, I don't think I'm going to get it. I ended up getting it anyway. And it's the Mountain from this year's Comic-Con. I know this is very popular. When they started getting released, everyone started trying to sell these online. I wasn't going to sell mine. As soon as I got it, I was like, I can't believe I've got one. Then a second one came. So this one I do actually have for sale. So if anyone's interested, there you go. You're free to make offers or whatever. This one definitely 100% is not. This was one of the ones that was cancelled on us, and we were super upset about it. One of my favourite Disney films so far, especially in recent memory, is Moana. And Lauren, every time we've watched it, has gone, that fucking chicken, that stupid chicken. And as soon as when I found out it was getting released as a Comic-Con exclusive, I was like, Lauren, you're going to want to see this? And she went, no, it is not. And I said, yes, it is. And we had to get it. It was cancelled on us. I think it was from the same website most people getting their orders cancelled from, which is where people were losing their mountains from, and I got it from a different website. But this one was one of the ones that was cancelled, not the other one that we will get to in a minute, which we were very lucky about. But yeah, we were super happy when we got this because it was one of the highest ones on the list for the Comic-Cons. This one is my bargain of all the ones I've got, which is a Stan Lee. He's stickered, he's wearing a superhero costume. I love Marvel, so I was super happy that I found a Stan Lee. This was in a sale for £10. I think it is now worth like 30. So I was so happy to have found him. If I ever meet Stan Lee, he's definitely signing this one. Even though I've got like Vulture and stuff like that, that's like my most important one. So I was so happy to find him. This one was another one I thought I'd never get. Harry on his broom. I couldn't find it anywhere. Obviously Tesco were being really stupid with their orders and stuff. Didn't know when it was going to get released. Someone mentioned it was released. I couldn't risk it. But I was at work at the time. Lauren's mum was going to Tesco, couldn't find it in store. Some people said they found them in store, some said that you can't find them in stores. We went to Dublin, and I think while we were in Dublin I ordered this. I was like, I can't risk it. And I'm so happy he's come. He looks so cool. I just couldn't, I would have been so upset. There was a set number of pop figures we wanted from the Comic-Con exclusive range, and we got most of them bar one, and it was Luna. We still don't have Luna, and I really, really want Luna. So if anyone's selling Luna, hit me up, I want to get it. But he would have been one of two that we would have missed, but now we're just at one, which is actually really lucky, because I know a lot of people struggle to get a lot of them. I know from a few years ago, when I just started collecting them, I was like, I want a few from Comic-Con, and I didn't get any. So I was super happy to get a few of them. I know I keep saying super happy. That's how happy I am about these things. This one, I'm going to show you it, and then I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I hate Captain America. I don't hate him, obviously. We watched the first film, me and Jack watched the first film. We weren't a fan of the first film at all. I was like, he's not that cool. I watched the second film, and then obviously the third one, I was like, okay, actually, he's not as bad as I thought he was when I was a lot younger. But I didn't really like his styled pop figures. I wasn't really a huge fan. And then they released this World War II one, and I was taken aback. I didn't expect... I always said, when I started collecting, I was like, I'm never going to get a Captain America one, I don't think. But his little shield that's different, he's stickered for a start. The whole design of it is really cool. I was really surprised by it. I was like, he's now on the list. Well done, Funko. You've took my wallet again. And now the last three. And the last three all have two things in common. And the last two have three things in common. So this one is another one I bought in Dublin. We'd never seen it before, didn't know if I'd ever see it again, thought, not risking it, and I really like his design, which is Eeyore, and he's flocked, and he's stickered. And I was taken aback, didn't know he'd been released. I know people, like, sometimes just sit there and see what's coming out and when it's coming out and things like that. I didn't know they were releasing an Eeyore that was flocked, and I sort of look up every now and again what they're actually going to be releasing. Didn't know this was a thing, and I just loved it. I thought it was really cool. Lauren's not a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh, even though it is Disney. She's not a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh, and when I showed her, she was like, no, he's really nice, I really like him. That was it, we got it. He was one of our... We had to buy three and get a fourth and he was one of the three we bought. This next one is again flocked. These are all flocked if you haven't noticed. It's the Chip 'n Dale 2-pack. We pre-ordered a lot of pop figures from the Comic-Con. A few of them, as I mentioned, did get cancelled, like a lot of people's did get cancelled. We didn't order Chip 'n Dale. I didn't realise Lauren would be interested in Chip 'n Dale, especially with it being, even though it was being Disney. And she saw it and she was like, oh no, actually I do like them, but you know, I'm not really overly fussed that we haven't ordered it, it's just a shame. And I said, well, I should have really spoke to you about it first, but oh well. We went to a Forbidden Planet and we found the Chip 'n Dale. And as soon as we picked it up, I was like, no, I'm really upset we didn't order this, we've got to get them. And we did. I was going out and I was either getting this or the Megazord. I couldn't find the Megazord, and that was it. That was fate sealed. I know people have complained about the flocking on some of these, especially on another one, on another pop figure, but I don't really mind it. I know the red nose there is a little bit iffy, but it's not something we're really that overly fussed about. Like I said, a couple of these boxes are damaged and stuff, but they still look fine. We are still happy with them. As long as it's not crushed, we're okay. And my number one pop figure in price is Tigger. From the San Diego one. He was one that we ordered. And got this is the one we ordered with the Hey Hey, and Hey Hey got cancelled. We saw this one a lot in the Forbidden Planet next to the Chip 'n Dale. This one, obviously, because we'd pre-ordered two and one got cancelled, this was the one that wasn't cancelled, and the other one was, that we'd not seen in shops. We had to find it on a different seller and just hope that it didn't get cancelled again, and it didn't. We were extremely, extremely lucky with Hey Hey, but we were so happy when we saw Tigger was still coming. Obviously, because of the amount of ones that we'd had cancelled, and I was telling her about all the ones that everyone else was getting cancelled. So we were super happy to get the Tigger one. Most people have complained about the flocking on this one, and his eye. I think you might have noticed already, his eyes aren't great, but I just couldn't care less. He's so cool, he looks so much like his character, and so does Hey Hey, to be fair. A lot of them look like the characters, but this one I was like, it's Tigger. That's exactly what I expected Tigger to look like. I was so impressed. I couldn't help it. And he just so happens to be my most valuable pop figure. Yeah, so I'm not getting any more. And from now on, we don't have to talk about my collection again. We can just do what I've got and when I get them and stuff. So this is out of the way. This is a super long video. I'm so sorry for that. But I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you again when we collect a lot more, which hopefully will be Christmas. But knowing me, it will be next week.